All right, joining us now to sound off about these cuts at the VA and how the Trump administration is trying to fix things once again for our veterans. She's a Marine, because they're never former. They're always Marines. This Zoomy knows better. And she's the CEO of VetCom and the founder of Border Vets, our friend Kate Monroe, back on the program. Right, Kate? Once a Marine, always a Marine, damn it.
Always one. I'll go in the grave as a Marine, 100%.
All right, so people are freaking out. The media, some veterans, all the Democrats. Oh my God, these cuts are going to mean that veterans won't get the health care they need. Well, were they getting the best health care they deserved in the first damn place with this bloated agency? Because I'm going to trust Doug and say, yeah, most all these agencies needed to be cut. And if we're not cutting the funding, we're just cutting the people, then we can invest that money back in the care, which is what Trump says him and Doug are going to do. What do you think, Kate?
Well, I had a front row seat to that hearing, and I couldn't believe how many times he had to bring the conversation back to the veteran. They want to talk about these supposed cuts. He's never once said, I'm going to cut 80,000 people. He's saying we'd like to get back to 2019 levels, but I don't know what that looks like. And quite frankly, so far, they've only cut 1,000 people from their staff of 500,000 people. Wow. As a person who serves 13,000 veterans last year, I can unequivocally tell you that the bureaucracy and the intentional minefield put out in front of veterans is absurd.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Kate. I got to stop you right there because that number, you just went so fast. Hold on. We have how many freaking employees at the VA and they help how many of our brothers and sisters every year? This ratio sounds like crap.
No, I helped 13,000 veterans last year.
Okay.
But the VA has 500,000, which is the size of the active duty army, and bloating them all the way up to this 500,000 didn't help them serve one more veteran in the healthcare system. Didn't help do one more claim. So where did you put all these people? Who are they serving? They're not serving vets.
They don't care. It's just a bunch of damn bureaucrats in D.C., probably not even showing up to the office until Trump came along, right? Phoning it in from home, not even taking that call from that vet that's suicidal at 3 in the morning because they were too busy to pick up the phone. Yeah, listen, I don't think they're going to cut anything. I've had this talk with President Trump in private and others. I don't think they will ever cut anything that would jeopardize our veterans' health care. Do you feel that way? That's the way I feel. I know it.
I 100% agree. In fact, the more layers that you put in between you and the veteran, it's kind of like Catholicism, right? There's a lot of layers in between you and God. And sometimes those layers are really not so necessary. It creates bureaucracy. It's like, I got to get a referral from here, to go to here, to go to here, to be told no, to be told yes. And you wonder why 22 veterans a day commit suicide, because they can't make their way through this bureaucracy. That's why you have to have people like me to help people navigate this system. My hope is that Doug Collins has all these people out of his way when he wants to go and do what's good for veterans.
Yes. I like the reference to Catholicism, too, with the new pope, because I feel the same way. I don't like organized religion. I don't like organized VA. It should be me, here's the word, and God. At the VA, it should be, I'm the vet. I'm sick. I need help. I make a phone call. You help me. That's it.
Correct.
I shouldn't need to go through 4 or 5 levels to get the damn care I need. And oh, by the way, let's talk about how we just pump them full of drugs, which kills them. Okay? Can we start looking at alternative medicine, right? Holistic stuff. Maybe hallucinogenics, maybe cannabis. But why all this is give them drugs, shoot them up.
Well, you wonder, who's the biggest donors, who's the biggest lobbyists when it comes to the VA, these pharmaceutical companies. And because the care is free, you end up being a test subject, so to speak. You are a VA patient. And it's very unfortunate because I'm over here making claims for people who have a cascade of problems created by a wrong surgery on a wrong organ, or a medicine that ended up making them have some sort of cancer. And enough is enough. These are our nation's heroes. Freedom isn't free, and it's high time we take better care of our veterans.
Damn straight. I love that. Kate, that's the best way to end this interview. If you want to get a hold of Kate and you're a vet and you need help, you're doing great stuff with VetCom and Border Vets. Is there a website they can go to?
Vetcom.us, VETCOMM.us. We give every veteran a free strategy call, because you could be owed up to $4,000 a month and you don't even know it.
Boom. Kate Monroe, keep being that badass Marine and helping our veterans.